You going a lot.
You're going a lot. He's about to go on tour for 200,000 million days, and I hate it. I don't like it at all. That's a long time.
No, it is. It is. It's back and forth periodically. 3 weeks here, 2 weeks back, 2 months. I think it'll be fine.
It's just the baby. It's a lot.
Well, listen, it's all you. I ain't gonna even lie. You know, I ain't got nothing for him.
Absolutely not. I know.
Until he can say, I'm hungry, until he can say, I need to use the bathroom, it's gonna be a lot in your bathroom. But as soon as he start walking, I said, enjoy it. Because as soon as he get to walking and talking, he with the crew.
I'm trying to understand, how is it that you sleep through when he starts crying?
Do y'all really be up at night? I heard about it.
You know what? It's absolutely ridiculous that you'll still be dead asleep and he'll be mad loud.
But I don't even hear y'all, man.
That's ridiculous.
You know, it's a gift, I guess.
Why is that a gift?
I'm blessed with that tune out.
No, that means get up. It's your turn to change him.
I'm gonna take you back to this conversation we had before you kicked me under the table. I said, baby, I give you the world. I just ain't changing no diapers.
Oh my God.
Got nothing for me.
Well, Nelly and Ashanti, their new show is on. I tried to watch it. I was disgusted and grossed out, so I stopped. I'm going to try to see if I can get through it, but I don't think I can. So basically in this video, he tells her basically that he's not helping with the baby until the baby can walk and talk. It's all on her. So for me personally, I don't feel sorry for Ashanti. I think Ashanti wanted a baby. She got her baby. Take your baby and go on back to New York to your family. That's how I see it. Girlfriend wanted a baby. Okay, and you didn't meet nobody that could give you a baby. So you got back, you spin the block with Nelly. This is why I don't believe in spinning the block. We talk about that a lot in my husband profile course, where if it didn't work out the first time, there is a reason why it didn't work out. So why do you think it's going to work out the second time? You know, he 50, he got 5 kids, she's still single, and you wanted a baby and you got a baby. So what are you complaining about? Did you guys not have this conversation before you got married or before you got pregnant? Let's back it up. Before you got pregnant, that he's not going to help with the baby. I mean, I feel like you're acting surprised, but I feel like you knew this, that he wasn't going to help with the baby. He don't look like no man that's going to get up in the middle of the night and help with the baby. But he should, right? A husband who loves his wife and adores her and wants to protect her is going to get up and say, baby, I'm going, let me take the first shift or whatever. But because he doesn't really love her and adore her and cherish her. And I was watching the TikTok videos, and one of the girls said, I'm gonna give her credit, I don't remember her name. She said he was trying to humble her. So this is what happened, ladies, when you spin the block with men who rejected you, who didn't marry you, didn't want to provide your protection. Now you're 40, damn, they're 50. He want to try to humble you or give you a baby and shut you up. Then you want him to get up in the middle of the night and help? Like, I don't feel sorry for her. I feel like Ashanti wanted a baby. You got the baby. Bye. Bye, Ashanti, bye. I don't think you really wanted a marriage, because if you really wanted a marriage, you wouldn't have married Nelly. He looks drunk. People saying he got a gambling issue. He's on that stuff. And you want him to get up in the middle of the night and help you with the baby? No, a husband who loves you and adore you. I just told my husband this morning, I was playing the video. He said, what? Did he just say he not doing no diapers? I said, yeah, Mike. I said, do you know how many guys I walked away from who said that taking care of the kids was a woman's job and he wasn't going to help me? Bye. Because we made this baby together. We're in this marriage together. We are raising our family together. So yeah, you're going to help with diaper and nursing and feeding, right? Thankfully, I was home for 6 months. My husband afforded me the opportunity to take a 6-month leave And I nursed. I was nursing 2-3 times a night. I would nurse I would get up 11 o'clock. When he went to bed, whatever time he went to bed, I would nurse 11. Every 2 hours, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I would nurse because I was a nursing mom. And our baby slept in our bed in the nest until he was 3 months, but I had the bassinet next to me. So I wasn't getting up, walking across the room, going into the nether room. Nope, because listen, I need my sleep too. It takes a lot to produce milk and to get up 3-4 times a night nursing a baby, changing the nurse. Nope. Little Michael slept right in that nest between me and Big Mike at our heads. And I would put him in the bassinet. And when he got too big for the nest, I put him in the thing next to the bed. And when he woke up, I woke up nursing. Everything was in arm's length for me to do the diaper and the change. Mike was home with me for about 6 weeks, and then he went back to work. But there is no way Ashanti believed you was going to get like a good man out of Nelly. And let's talk about this New York thing, living where I'm going to come back and do a video about that. But I just want to stress to my ladies that's dating for marriage, you need to figure out what kind of husband you really want to have. You need to figure out, I know ladies in your 40s. Do you want a marriage or do you want to have a baby? Because if you really, and do you want a marriage or do you want to have a baby? Because in a marriage, your husband is to help you, right? Because he loves you, because he cherishes you so much, because he adores you and he know you're tired. You're with the baby all day. One guy told me, you know, he's not changing diapers because that's the woman's job. So I asked him, so you going to tell me I can't leave the baby with you to go get my hair washed, my nails done? He was like, nope, you're going to have to take the baby with you. Ask me if I went out with him again. I never went out with him again because he was telling me that he wouldn't be helping me with the baby. And this is the same guy. So then this is the same guy who also said he wasn't helping in the house. And I said, oh, I could quit my job. He said, no, we're gonna need your money. At that time, I was making $20,000 more than he was making. He didn't know. So you want me to go to work 40 hours, help you to pay the bills and provide, but you can't help with your child? Absolutely not. But a lot of women, you know this before you marry these men, and you still go ahead and marry them and think they're going to change. No, he told you before he was not changing no diapers. He was not feeding the baby. I told my husband this, I would have had 10 more kids for Big Mike. I would have had 10 more babies for my husband because all I did was carry the baby, push the baby, and nurse the baby. But when I say my husband, up to this day, little Michael is 10 years old. My husband is such a big help. But you know what? That's because his father was such a big help and helped his mom. So it's in him to help. But when you all went to marriage counseling, what did y'all talk about? So ladies, do not overlook these things. And Ashanti, she looks so depressed. And she's like, well, how could you sleep through the baby? Because he don't care. He don't care. He's not a protector. Protectors need to be alert. Any noise that is heard in the house, the husband is supposed to jump up because the husband is the shepherd. To me, husbands and fathers alert need to be more than mothers. Like my alert system is on point. Like I'm on the second floor, my daughter's on the third floor. I can hear her breathing. If she's real stuffy and congested, I can hear Lexi. But I just think that is a mother's sense that we need to be alert. And you want to tell me you have a screaming, crying baby and you can sleep through it talking about it's a gift? Okay. Ashanti girl, take the baby and going back to your family. I think you just wanted a baby. You got the baby. Nelly ain't gonna be no good husband to you. And for those of you ladies who are dating for marriage, I want you to pay attention to this and learn through this. That if you want a baby, if you just want a baby, that's what you're gonna get. But if you want a loving, fulfilling, successful, happy marriage where both husband and wife are working together to make it work and to raise your family, you can't marry no man like Nelly. And please do not spin the block. Because see, if he had treasured you before, honored you, respected you, adored you, loved you, wanted to protect and provide for you, he would have done it back then. Granted, if he was in the place to do it. So, ladies, let me know what you think about this. Let me play a few more thoughts of what people are saying about this. And I want to know what you have to say about this in the comments. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Leave a comment for me. I absolutely love you. I'm home today, so I'll be in the comments. So let me know what you think. So let's just listen to what a few more people have to say.
And Nelly shit, that's the reason why I'm pro-choice. That's exactly why I'm pro-choice. Nelly told Ashanti that he will not be changing any diapers. He will not be taking care of the baby until the baby can walk and talk on his own. Because that's ridiculous. That is honestly ridiculous. He said, prepare to basically be a single mama. After having a baby, I realized that a lot of y'all don't need to have babies. Y'all just don't. Y'all just don't. And Nelly like 40, bruh. He like 40. And he told his homeboys this too. And his homeboys just like laughing. Like nobody even said, you don't think that's weird? He talked about how he sleeps through the night when a baby's crying. You don't even get up. Like y'all, like ladies, this is why I be trying to tell you, hey, do not have a baby. If you got second thoughts about that nigga, please believe that second thought and just go to the clinic. Right. These niggas are terrible, bro. Until you actually have kids, because people tell you like, hey man, it's hard. And you be like, okay, I'm prepared, I'm ready, like cool. But it's not, but it's harder than what you expect. It's different. And only people with kids understand, man. Niggas said, niggas 40, bro. Niggas basically said, I'm not doing shit. Niggas don't want to be a dad. Niggas don't want to do nothing. Like, ladies, just be careful who you get pregnant by.
Right.
Just be careful. Honestly, bro. Just be careful. Like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Just, niggas be 40, bro. Niggas be 40.
He's 50. Nelly 50.
In a new clip from their reality show, Nelly and Ashanti We Belong Together, Ashanti called out Nelly for not helping with their baby when he's crying in the middle of the night. According to Ashanti, their baby KK wakes up crying in the middle of the night and Nelly will sleep right through it. Nelly says he's not changing diapers, and until their son is able to say he needs to use the bathroom or he's hungry, it's going to be a lot in Ashanti's lap. Social media obviously have their opinions about the clip claiming Ashanti is a single married woman.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on with the men and these cameras, but somebody need to get Nelly off the camera. Nelly, they keep asking Nelly, why did he perform at the inauguration? He has no clear answer. At first, he was saying it has nothing to do with the president. He just respect the White House. Now, in an interview that I saw on Nosy page, he's stuttering. He said, oh, they said that he was a white supremacist because he didn't rent to black people back in the day, but do he rent to black people now so people can't change? Sir, the more you go on to explain, how about you just tell the interviewer to skip that question, because the more...
So I don't want to get into the whole political thing, because again, it's not, I don't want to talk about the politics of it all. We already talked about that, okay?
Ashanti that he's not going to help her when the baby is here and that she's going to have to change diapers and wake up in the middle of the night all by herself because he's going to sleep through it is the reason why resentment forms in relationships, and it ruins the relationship, and also is the reason why women go through postpartum depression. It's the lack of support. Men need to understand, we don't want to be superwoman all the time. You help me create this baby, so you're going to wake up and you're going to change his diapers and you're going to do feeding.
But I think that women need to have these discussions before you get married. These are discussions you have before you get married. So if he told you that before, what makes you think he's going to change his mind? I'm confused. He's not going to change his mind. That is who he is.
Because just as much as you need sleep, I need sleep. This is why I feel like these type of conversations need to happen before marriage and before having a baby.
Right.
Because I'll be damned if a man tries to tell me that he's not going to help me when raising our child.
Ashanti opens up on reality show.
Before conversations. These are conversations you have before you get married. Okay? Not afterwards. Girl.
Y'all, we just have to accept the fact that motherfuckers these days just like to live in delusion. When you tell them facts, when you tell them what it is, you're a hater. So many people were saying Ashanti shouldn't have got back with Nelly, shouldn't have got married, shouldn't have had a baby. First thing somebody want to say, oh, y'all a hater.
Right.
We a hater just for seeing how this nigga move. He performed for Trump and tried to say it's respect for the office. There's not one fucking soul in the office to respect, but he did it. It was for money, just like Snoop. We don't respect y'all. When I saw the clip, because I'm not going to waste my time watching the show, when I saw the clip of Ashanti asking, like just so surprised, how do you sleep through the night while the baby is screaming and crying? He told his homeboys that until the baby is walking and talking, this is on Ashanti.
Right.
This is called, like we've heard this term before, weaponizing competence. That's what it is. When the baby's screaming, the baby's crying at night, he hears the baby, but he's already made Ashanti clear that I'm not getting up. I'm not changing diapers.
Right.
This is on you. So he gonna sleep through the night. And I know she feels bamboozled. I know she does.
That's her fault.
This supposed to be like the happiest moment of your life. You finally getting married, you having a baby, and it's with Nelly. I think he had a midlife crisis after Chantel left his ass.
Yeah.
He was probably like, damn, who gonna want my old coked out ass now?
She's the midlife crisis.
Let me spin the block and see if I'm able to, so I'm not by myself. Because you know niggas don't like to go get help and don't like to get therapy and just like to go relationship to relationship because they don't even like dealing. They don't even like being by themselves in their own silence, in their own company. They don't even like themselves, so they gotta go get somebody else in their circle to be a part of their fucking mess. And he's dragged you into this.
Excuse the cuss words, y'all. But I'd like to hear what TikTok has to say.
That is not a prize. I feel bad for you, Ashanti.
I don't feel sorry for her. She wanted a baby. She got her baby.
When that man said, when you are used to not having shit and you ain't scared to go back to not having shit, baby, Ashanti should have just picked up her little cute ass and put that shit on the shoulder and up out of there. Because ain't no way in hell. This is what happens when you are dealing with someone who is used to surviving and, you know, just out of plain out survival and someone who grew up in love. And not to say that it does not ever work, but it's very rare because if you all don't have those conversations before y'all walk down the aisle and bring another ass into this world, I swear to God, baby, may this type of love never find any one of my kids. My heart goes out to her because the look on her face as he was talking, it was like she was trying to keep that.
The look on her face. Did they talk about this? Y'all should have been talked about this. You didn't talk about diapers, duties. No, you was all emotional. And again, this is why I don't feel sorry for her because she wanted a baby. So if you wanted a baby, Ashanti, just go ahead and be a single mother because that's what you wanted, a baby. You got your baby. Shut up and stop complaining, change the diaper, nurse the baby. My gosh.
A smile on her face and whatnot. But that little bubbly attitude that she always has, that shit is dwindling. Like her light is dead. I do not like this at all. Because, you know, he is continuously in comparison with her and like competition. He's just like, you know, she grew up not wanting, I grew up not having. And, you know, so I literally, you know, she appreciates stuff, but I literally appreciate everything. So it's just like, so you mad, nigga, you mad at my parents for doing what the fuck they were supposed to do? Like, I'm sorry that your parents didn't do what they were supposed to do. I'm sorry that happened to you. But all of this money that you got, you ain't went to nobody's couch and healed. See, this is why Bow Wow said that man ruined his life. This is why it took him until 50 to get married. Like, because this man is out here being a fucking menace. Like,
but then Ashanti married the unhealed man. This is why I blame women. I blame us because we are the ones that choose these men. When these men come to us, want to marry us and put babies in us, we give them access. We agree. We agree to them. We don't vet them properly and we do not walk away. And then we get married to these men and complain and whine, which is why Ashanti is the naked wife. Ashanti is the naked wife because the book is available on Amazon. She's the naked wife.
Hey, I am so like, I'm disappointed in myself. But anyways, and he was like, you know, she understands not getting what you want when you want is not the, you know, when you want it is not the norm. No, because here's the thing. My girls
and that sounds to me like a parent talking to a child, right? That sound, let me rewind this. That sound like a parent talking to a child.
A fucking menace. Like, I am so like, I'm disappointed in myself. But anyways, and he was like, you know, she understands not getting what you want when you want is not the, you know, when you want it is not the norm. No, because here's the thing. My girls know they get what they want because they got a daddy. And that daddy is like, what you heard. You know, you ain't got to ask nobody for shit. Same thing. Like, my daddy made sure you know, you had to ask how it got here, but I had it. I never had to ask anybody for shit.
Right.
Like, and this is the thing, you know, when some of these dudes get with these girls who have fantastic fathers or fathers that are doing what they're supposed to do or, you know, going above and beyond.
That sounded like he's trying to teach her a lesson. You know, as parents, well, let me use me. We teach our kids to wait. If we give them whatever they need, whatever you need, you get it. But whatever you want, you have to wait. Okay, like my son wanted a Game Boy or whatever, the game thing for Christmas. Well, listen, last year, all year we had him. He wanted it. He had to put it on the wall. He had to pray over it. He had to thank God for it every day. And he had to learn to wait for it. He had to wait. And we're teaching him to wait. My son loved Legos and stuff like that. We teach him to wait and we teach him to work and earn money. You know, for his report card, we gave him $300 that we had to ask him, what are you going to do with it? He's paying his tithes and offering. He's going to put some in the bank account. He's going to put some in his college fund. And he's going to keep some at home to spend. So Nelly is trying to treat his wife like she's a child, like you're trying to teach her to wait and teach her to be disciplined and stuff like that. And she's a grown behind woman with her own. But you know what? I don't feel sorry for Ashanti. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry. I know the music is a little loud, but I don't want to get no copyright strike, y'all. FYI, okay? I know somebody's going to play and the music is too loud.
Oh. And then he comes with these damn fictitious ass scenarios of, you know, I'll step in front of a train, a bullet. He was like, I'll bust through this brick wall, shorty, for you, you know, but you won't change a motherfucking diaper for an ass that you brought into this goddamn world.
Right. Right. I'll give you the world. He'll give you everything in the world except changing the baby's diaper. Which means he ain't gonna do sugar honey iced tea for you. He's not going to do nothing for you, Ashanti, if he can't change it. I mean, that is the bare minimum. How long does it take to change a baby diaper? You take off the diaper, you wipe, you use some wipes. This is what I do. This is why little Michael has never had a diaper rash, or Lexi. My kids never had diaper rash because when I take off the diaper, I would wipe the baby's bottom, wipe them up and grease them up. Put some Vaseline on there. You from the Caribbean, you know what I'm talking about. We don't do powder, okay? You take off the wipes, the diaper, and you wipe the pee off the baby's behind, and then you put some Vaseline on that baby's behind, so when the baby pee, it's not going to stick to the baby's skin. It's going to run off. But you won't change the baby diaper, but you'll give her the world. Use a lie. Use a lie, Nelly. Use a lie.
That shit is fucking diabolical.
Like, a curse word,
and then,
y'all.
You know, everybody was like, no, y'all, they like different because, you know, he talking about he'll hire nannies. That's That's why Luke is in the problem that he's in right now. He's talking about he paid all that money in child support and don't none of his motherfucking kids like his ass.
Jesus.
This is why right here. Real-time experience example for y'all to see. Kids need time. Kids crave you. They don't give a shit about none of them bills that we sitting here stressing about and all other stuff. All they want is you.
Right.
Because that's all you know. That's all they know is you. And the fact that, but you got motherfuckers like this, and the fact that he was just like, oh, I ain't got nothing for him until he can walk, talk, and, you know, go to the bathroom and whatnot. So you'll be real fucked up because all of my kids were walking, talking, and going to the bathroom by themselves by the age of 2 because I ain't play no motherfucking games. But still,
she cursed a lot, girl. Jesus. I mean, I could understand 1 or 2 curse words, but girl. But I love what she has said, which is why I wanted to play her video.
Anything, whatever you want or need. That boy Nelly really said, I would do anything for you.
Anything.
Would give you the world.
The world.
Anything, whatever you want or need, I will do it. I will fulfill your needs, wants, and desires. Do anything in the world for you. Cross the ocean for you. Whatever you need. Except be a parent to our child that we have together. I will, buy you a house. I'll buy you a car. I'll fight off an intruder or assailant. But domestic labor, when it comes to our child that we have together, that I'm the father, you're the mother of, no, that's not included. That's not included. Did you read the fine print? Bro, like, y'all didn't have this conversation before you got pregnant? Before you carried this baby?
Come on.
Come on, bro.
Before.
Hey,
you didn't have this conversation before. No, she did. No, they didn't. Apparently they didn't. Okay, last one.
What's up, y'all? So, I made a video a while back when Nelly first came back into Ashanti's life, and everybody want to eat me up in the comments. Oh, he loved her. I already knew. But that old video is resurfacing because of the reality show that they have. And somebody wrote in the comments, they said, I came here to say this. You were right about Nelly. Now he telling her he not changing Pampers nor making bottles. See me when I guess the child is 3. And she apologized. She was like, I'm so sorry. Just basically.
Right. The child is 3 because we know there's diaper and then there is pull-ups, right? There's diaper and pull-ups. Little Michael was taking off his diaper at 14 months, okay? They had to put on overalls on him because he was taking off the diaper, but that's because he was ready to wear the little boy briefs. They do pull-ups at the school and the little boy briefs. He didn't want the pull-ups either. He would want the little boy briefs, the little baby trainer pants that is cloth. And little Michael, he was potty trained before he was 1. So some kids, at 2.5 is where they start 2.5 they start the pull-ups. So you're right, 3.
Saying I was right. Listen, I'm gonna just say this. I don't come on the internet and make my videos for validation. Mm-hmm. There are those of us that have a sharp gift of discernment.
Yes.
I've been spiritually gifted since a kid. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times people, you want to romanticize certain relationships and certain people. I go off of a pattern. Mm-hmm. Nelly has a pattern, a consistent pattern of doing women wrong.
Right, come on, Chief.
Ashanti is no different.
Yes.
I said this before, y'all ate me up about it. They put a whole lot of effort and energy into showing them coming back together, even when they first saw each other at the Verses. Uh-huh. And, he really didn't say too much to her or do too much. Reason being, because he had his other baby mama with him. Nelly has a baby that I think is maybe a couple of months or a year older than Ashanti's child.
Look at that.
So I mean, at the end of the day, she reconnected with a man with 3 SA cases that he settled, a gambling addiction, and all types of other things. So it's like this is what she wanted.
Whoa.
And at the end of all that, like I said before, a long time ago, when y'all ate me up, when it's all said and done, he's going to tell her, I gave you what you wanted.
Right.
She wanted to be married. She wanted to have a child.
Right.
He gave it to her. That's it.
That's it.
He's not doing nothing else. He's not changing diapers. He's not going to even really be a part of that baby's life like that.
Woo.
I mean, you can tell that when she was posting about the car she bought him for his birthday. They did all of this promo for all of that. But when it came down to him proposing, even them getting married, they could have had something they could have had a destination wedding in the Caribbean. Did y'all see any of that? Did y'all see when he got on one knee and proposed to her? No. Did you see a wedding? No. Because that's not what's important to him. That was what was important to her. He gave her what she wanted. I wouldn't be surprised if Ashanti wouldn't put spell work on Nelly. I'm just saying, I know y'all want to see her in this light, but she's a Libra. Libra women often are male-centered, and they always get dogged out by every man they deal with. Every Libra woman I know, even these celebrities.
I was born October 11, honey. I've never gotten dogged out. Because soon as I see, hear, smell, think something's funny, I'm out. I'm blocked. Bye. Okay. I don't do the whole Libra sign thing, but I'm, October. I love my birthday and I love my girls with the October. Okay. So, go ahead, sister.
So at the end of the day, I've already, those of us who are discerning, we already know what was going to happen. We already know what Nelly's motives is. I mean, this is like his third reality show. None of them really took off. None of them did well. I guess he's gonna try it again with Ashanti. She's gonna be left to be a married single woman. A single mother. I mean, she's gonna be a married single mother. There are a lot of women that I know who are married who take on the full responsibility of caring for their children while the husbands don't do anything. So they're like single mothers, but they're a wife. She's gonna be the same as anybody else.
They chose.
I said it before, Nelly is coming to just finish her off. He is not coming to make her life easy.
Jesus.
I mean, she wanted a baby. She wanted to be a wife. She got it. But look at who she got it with.
Right. All right, y'all. That's it. That's what I just wanted to that's what I was saying. She wanted a baby. She got a baby. Listen, I had made up in my mind if I wasn't married by 40 years old, I already had my guy lined up who I was going to have a baby for. I was like, God was going to have to forgive me. I had him lined up and everything. Okay. But I said, Lord, I don't want to do that. But God, I wanted to have at least 2 more babies. And I had put it in my head. If I wasn't married by 40, I had my guy lined up and we was going to have 2 babies together. Okay. We was, and he's real. I listen, he was educated, he was top notch. My guy that I was going to have a baby for if I wasn't married. He was top notch, okay? Tall, handsome, had some money. Yes, that was going to be my dude, okay? But thank God the Lord rescued me from my foolishness and my foolish thinking. But I think Ashanti wanted to have a baby, and you have your baby. Shut your mouth and change the diaper and get up at night and tell me what y'all think about this. I absolutely love you. Comment below. The Naked Wife book. If you do not have the Naked Wife book, it is available on Amazon. I love you. Bye, darlings.